From the student athletes and coaches, athletic directors and support staff, volunteers and sponsors, families and fans, we all make Anne Arundel County Public Schools athletics the best in the land. Hi, I'm your host, Wiley Baker, and on behalf of Clayton Culp of the Department of Athletics, Steve Gray of the Department of Design and Print Services, and my award-winning cameraman and director, Eric Cloyd, there's not a sport that we'll avoid. But this brand new attire is because we're on fire. Let's go, go, go. It's the Athletes in Action 100th show. Our first 99 shows were mighty fine, but enough with all this rhyme, because it is time. Let's dive into our award-winning Athletes in Action 100th show and begin with where it all started in 2012. Greg LeGrand and Bruce Lawton, who were the brain trust and selector of the host respectively. The rest is history.
You know, it's just an amazing thing that what you guys do. It's just, you know, the kids just love seeing themselves and spotlighting just the importance of kind of having athletes in action and student athletes at that. It's just something just for our county just to highlight some of the great kids that we have. It's just really like kind of a blessing just to have those kids be able to see themselves, and so that some of their hard work is really paying off and inspiring other kids.
Being involved with athletics in the county has been a good opportunity for me to work with other people my age, work with student athletes, and just try to make a good atmosphere for all of our kids to succeed. Because I was thinking that success in an athletic program is not always in wins and losses. A lot of times it's the personal growth of our students and what they were like when they came in as freshmen and what they're like when they leave as seniors.
This is the magical space capsule, where all of the editing happens by our award-winning cameraman and director, Eric Cloyd. For every 1 minute of Athletes in Action, it takes approximately 1 hour of direction and production to put together the show for our wonderful student athletes, coaches, and Anne Arundel County Public Schools teams. Eric's amazing angles, with support from the 2016 Annapolis Panthers football team, led to AACPS Athletics, the Department of Design and Print Services, and Eric and me winning a national award.
Proud of the kids, the young men. They've been working hard, a lot of these guys, for multiple years. Definitely nice to see hard work paying off for the guys.
There's no I in team, so we work together to win games.
Really good sense of team, you know, everybody, you know, appreciates everybody. And we have those backs realizing they can't do what they do without the linemen, you know, the linemen realizing they got to do what they got to do to protect those backs.
A lot of the hard working players, a lot of giving they all. We've been at it since last spring, so we got a nice team chemistry.
11 years, 14 schools, 23 sports. It's the bomb. Makes me want to dance.
I stretch a lot when I'm in Dance for Athletes. It's a fun class. Miss Quigley, she does a great job with a lot of stretching, static stretchings, moving around, dancing. Gets me loose before my games, especially when I have the class on Friday.
It's been great. The guys really took me in right away, and it's been a fun season so far, and hopefully a lot more games to come.
It's fun. It's like all the football guys, they come up to us all the time and just cheer us on. So it's really fun. I like the atmosphere around here, and as long as we keep winning, it's going to pay off.
I don't really look at myself as a star. I just look at myself as another one of the players on the team, just trying to get a win.
It feels great. It does. Be able to come back and try to make your impact on the team. So it's a nice experience.
Having the bond of like a family and just being there for each other, having each other's back, sticking up for each other.
The bonds that they have, there's a lot of selflessness in this group that makes them very unique, and they're out and eager to support one another, no matter if it's a peak or a valley. They're there to kind of take their brothers back and be a big time support base for that person.
My favorite part is probably going out with people that I don't know and trying new courses and trying new holes, because some of them can be challenging.
We had a young lady come to us this year who had never held a golf club in her life. So on the first day of practice, I put a golf club in her hand and promised her if she gave me her best effort, I would see to it that she played in some tournaments. She's doing very, very well. She's learned faster than anybody I've ever met in my life.
We are always pushing them. We're staying to our schedule. We're never going off of it. We make sure that if someone's having an off day, we all come together to make sure that we're lifting them up and really staying positive.
It's definitely very united. Everyone's such good friends, and you know, we practice together, we build together, and we win together. So it's really just a big community.
It's a very close-knit bond between all of us. You know, we have team dinners, we do bowling sometimes. It's like a family.
The overall vibe of the field, it's never like negative, it's always positive. Everyone just gets along, has their laughs, but we still just work hard and it all kind of just gels us all together.
No matter whether they're on the field or off the field, everyone's kind of buying into the same ideas, the same motivation, the same goal, which is not actually to win a state championship. It's just to grow, to make this the best part of their day, right? And to enjoy high school sports.
While bonds bloom, friendships flourish, successes sprout, and marvelous memories mount. Beyond the lines are those who put in time and effort that make our student athletes' goals come true.
Coach Baker has been with me for 4 years. He's been with me in and out of the classroom. I had him write my recommendations for college. I mean, he's just been there for me for everything.
You can go to him for anything. I had him for class. He helps with my extracurriculars. He's a lot of fun on the tennis team, and he helps us become better leaders and players.
I just can't say enough great things about our parents. It's very nice as a coaching staff. We're allowed to just really come out and coach, and our parents do a lot of stuff for us off the field that makes it a lot easier for us to do some nice things for the team.
You guys need to communicate that switch.
She's definitely the reason why I'm such the player I am today, and I really want to thank her for that.
Just to know that I can go to them on or off the field with my problems, either being lacrosse-wise or school-wise. If I just have any issues, I know they're going to be there for me, and I just know that they're there to talk.
I want to point the team in the right direction every day, pushing my teammates harder and harder just so we can reach our final goal, get into a state championship.
A lot of our team is younger and are the same age as me, so I mean, if Coach Brace asked me to do something, I'd do it.
And those that have come before us, and those leaders currently in front of us really do care.
Each athletic director in their building, as you mentioned, is the only person that does that job, and they could fully understand their role. And having gone through that path myself as an assistant athletic director, you know, when you're teaching, there's another 100 teachers in the building that can sort of at least understand what you're going through as a teacher. Assistant principal, there might be 5 or 6 of you that when you're the athletic director, there's one of you in the building. And you're responsible for 23 sports. You're responsible for hundreds of athletes. A great deal of what you do is after the bell rings at the end of the school day.
Well, it starts here at Harry Lentz Field. I mean, we take pride in what we have. We have a tremendous fan base in, you know, our parents that are coming up, our families are showing up, but it's the future. These kids are byproducts of legacy players that have come through here. The guys that we call them ghosts. They might not ever see these young men that came before them and graduated, but what they do is they know their names.
Get your dolphin kicks in, 4 Dolphins.
Coach Colleen Winans has been around since the inception of swimming for Anne Arundel County Public Schools and likes the progression.
I think the teams have gotten much more competitive amongst each other. It'll be very exciting to watch this year. I think you're going to see a lot of strong swimmers representing Anne Arundel County.
As a matter of fact, many student athletes who feel so deeply about their love for it all come back later to pay it forward.
It's great being in here. This is just home. You know, I went here, Coach Kellner went here, so this is home to us, and we, you know, we love it. We have a good tradition here. I don't think teams like to come in here and play.
Well, this year on my team, I have a daughter of one of my former players, Beth Smith Tompkins, who is in our Southern High School Hall of Fame for girls basketball. She was also the MVP of the All-Star game the year she played, and she coaches my JV, and her daughter was one of those freshmen that made the varsity team.
Including a first on Athletes in Action, interviewing an Anne Arundel County Public Schools student athlete then and now as a coach.
I feel like I'm just as nervous in front of the camera. Nothing's really changed from the, 8 years difference. But it's really cool to be back. I'm excited to be back in the building as well as back on the field coaching.
We keep saying student athletes for a reason that resonates as much as a pin on the mat or a championship on the field or court.
It's definitely tougher than it seems like to be able to keep your grades up. You know, you have to be able to, if you miss a test or something, you have to be able to do that. And it's definitely not something that's easy, but I think it goes along with how much you want to play.
When you're being successful in the classroom, it's going to trickle down to both your athletics and your teammates, because you're able to focus on your sports. That once you have that solid foundation at school, you're able to sort of redirect your attention to your teammates and help work on the things that are not going so well and be able to divert that attention.
A lot of it is just in taking advantage of all the opportunities that are given to you. Like, we have Eagle Hour at Northeast, and so you can choose to go to lunch or go to the auditorium or just hang out with friends or go to classes. So really, you have to just take the initiative and go to classes when you have opportunities to.
It's a lot of work, but it's really encouraging to younger kids to look up and say, oh, this senior can do everything, I can still do it. So it's really nice to have that balance of I can do it because others are looking up to me, and I can do it because I need to do it for myself.
We're very lucky to have a supportive county and a supportive superintendent, and as a result of that, we're able to do some really unique things in this county. We're particularly proud. I'll give you one example right now. We have a student-athlete advisory council where I meet directly with athletes from each of our 13 schools and try to get voice right from them about their feelings on a variety of topics in athletics.
While we all want to win, the health and well-being of our AACPS student athletes has always been the ultimate focus.
Having trainers is the single most important addition we've put in our program.
And
in
one
the
for
last
each
10
school
years.
now.
Absolutely. The impact that person has on a program is enormous. It can't be understated. It gives coaches and athletic directors a peace of mind that we didn't have before that. Now, coaches still get trained in care and prevention and concussion protocols and first aid, CPR, all of those things, but to have a trainer accessible, and if they're not right there with them at that practice or game, they're certainly one call or text message away at every high school is an enormous gift.
In tennis, you have to have a lot of good footwork, and so we use ladders, and we work on the stairs. We go up the stairs and run around that, and you know, there's a lot of off-season preparation for tennis for sure.
I enjoy being really active, so I like to have a sport every season. I have unified sports during the fall, and then swimming during the winter and tennis during the spring, and it just gives me something to do after school and a good outlet and exercise, so I like to be healthy, and that's why I do it.
I eat a ton of fruit. That's what I find fills me up the most, which is, I would say, pretty interesting, and I just consume a lot of lean meat as well.
Stretching, hydrate. We got an awesome trainer. She makes sure everything is good on our bodies.
You know, I kind of focus on the mental game, kind of teach them how to play what we call one pitch at a time. It's playing the game one pitch at a time, having the focus, having the mental ability to do that.
Knuckle busters, high fives, hugs, claps, and cheers. Did I hear someone say unified sports over here? Our largest growing piece of AACPS athletics.
So the key is getting the spots.
North County Unified Tennis not only unifies this team, but unifies this Knight family.
We want to make sure that they understand that we all have a purpose to help make North County better as a whole, and they are really embracing that by doing what they can do and have done a great job with that. So again, we're just making North County stronger, and everybody becomes more successful and happier and willing to pursue their dreams because of the confidence that they're building through our experience here at the tennis or bowling or bocce for that matter.
I was in need of a new fall sport, and I turned to a sport that gives back to others and that involves inclusion with others. And I have a friend named Justin Bolton, and he suffers from brain cancer, and I've been friends with him since middle school, so to play with him in a sport just means a lot to me.
It is having fun to be with my teammates and just helping them out, and then just having fun, just smacking the ball.
The young men and women are just incredible, and the way they work with the athletes, our partners, we couldn't ask for a better combination of students.
We've had an overwhelming number of kids interested in participating. Athletes, those kids with disabilities, as well as kids from general education who want to join them and partner up and just play tennis so that everybody has an equal opportunity to play.
I love our tennis team so much. I think it's such a great way to meet new people, and I've met so many nice people on the team.
I just love the unity between everyone, the friendship,
I've created great bonds with everyone on the team, especially my buddy right here. We're the best of friends.
Even one of our schools celebrated its big 100.
I honestly feel honored. I think that we have started from the ground up and worked our way to where we are now, and it just feels really special to be a part of that, especially for my last year.
Yeah, being extremely competitive, leaving everything on the floor. We play a lot of great teams. We're blessed to, play like some of the best teams in the entire state.
As we sprint to the finish line in our 100th show, performing to their very best, playing for keeps, that's all they know. Our student athletes and coaches want to glisten to make you, AACPS athletics, proud, who watch and listen.
Sure, you might surprise you. I'll answer that in 10 years when these guys come back here and how successful they are in the community and their families and their lives and what kind of jobs they have. And
we just have to learn to put ourselves out there, and if we really do dig deep and just take the accountability and really put it into action, I feel like we could really go far.
We've been really working on teamwork the past couple of years, and every year we have a team motto, and this year it's finish the fight, so we're gonna go out with a bang.
Standing on the field where Eric and I won this National Communicator Award, here's to another 100 shows of Athletes in Action in honor and memory of my mom, Dee Baker, and my entire family, including Dad Richard and brother Wes. I'm Wiley Baker. I'll talk to you on the court, on the field, or on the air, and with another 100 editions of Anne Arundel County Public Schools Athletes in Action.